We are back! Finally, a little more Terror from the Void. Probably a shorter session since it's an evening stream and I'm getting started very late in the evening for me. So, probably won't go too long, but I wanted to get just a little more in. Also, we had some fun technical difficulties. Had to scrap the last stream because, yeah, the microphone finally died, but I have an exact duplicate of that microphone. We just had it laying around, just never used it. So everything hopefully still sounds fine. Alright, let's get in there. I'm ready to play, though we may not be doing anything too exciting today. Let's load up. So I believe that we're kind of in the end game of Phoenix Point, I believe. So I looked some things up because there were still some game stuff I was a little confused about. I did some off-stream play to just kind of slowly grind and push things forward. And yeah, I believe this is kind of the end phase of the game. And that actually is why all of these factions are at war now. So, like, every time that we help out one of the factions, we get paid a lot. Like, we get a lot of resources for helping them out, and they're fairly easy missions, too. So, yeah, this phase of the game is just all about kind of prepping us for the end. So making sure that we have all the resources we need, and the guys we need, and everybody's, leveled and skilled, and this part of the game is just getting us ready for that. Now, so where we're at, okay, so where we're at for stuff that's going on. So first off, the Behemoth is back. Yeah. Good old Behemoth, my friend. So, yeah, I've already shot down, like, I think 2 of his flyers, or 2 or 3 of them. But yeah, we got flyers popping out, so I have my, I got my fleet of manticores hovering around here, at least some of them. So we're dealing with that. Got my, my planes just came back from a mission, and yeah, they need to rest up a little bit. But I have the Thunderbolt on a couple of my flyers now, I think. Yeah, okay, that's the Jericho guns. Okay, this one here, it's got two Thunderbolts on it. And I gotta say, I'm mighty impressed. Mighty impressed with the damage. I've gotten better at the aerial combat, and just sort of understanding how it actually works. Let's see, I'm not manufacturing anything right now, and I probably should be. We have a lot of materials. Could use some more tech, but I'm, because of all the Haven attacks, I've had a lot of resources to work with, and I have been building a lot of things, but I'm sort of at a point where I'm not really sure what I want to build now. Also, for research, I pounded out a lot of research that we just sort of had sitting around, and as you can see, the research trees are actually, like, we're kind of getting to the end of the research. There's a few that I still need, like I need to capture a Pandoran with a virus infection, I need to destroy a citadel, and I need to capture an acid worm. But other than that, like, most of the research is done. So right now, I'm just, yeah, like, advanced melee, and then just some other things. I never got Mutogs, so I guess, we'll get that at some point. Oh, this one, we definitely want this before we want the War Beast. Let's see, advanced Tiamat. I'd actually say more so than any of these, we probably want the masked Manticore. So I believe this is what we need to research if we want to get rid of the Behemoth. And I guess you don't have to. Like, in order to beat the game, I don't think you have to get rid of the Behemoth, but we probably should get rid of it. So I got this from some other research. Like I got nukes from the New Jericho, like the advanced explosive research. I think it was the Armageddon. Yeah. So that got me the Armageddon. So it is a New Jericho tactical nuclear missile. It does 800 damage. 800 damage. But as you can see, it's a little intensive on resources. And in play, you only get one of them per fight. I'm really hoping that it restocks between fights, like that you can rearm it and all that. It would absolutely suck if you have to manufacture a new one every time. I'm hoping it don't work like that. But yeah, it's radar guided. It does 800 damage, which, like, I believe that's enough to one-shot the smaller flyers. The bigger flyers, that won't one-shot them, but it'll put a large dent in their health. So yeah, the tactical nuke. Its accuracy is 100%. The range is a little tight. I don't like how tight the range is, but the accuracy is very nice. So yeah, hell, I have the resources, right? So let's go ahead and let's make a tactical nuke to go on our planes. I mean, as far as I know, this is just like it's a weapon module like any of the other weapon modules. Like it's functionally the same as any of these other ones, so it should just work. Like it should just work when put on a plane. I think, pretty sure. Yeah, like it's not ammo, it is the weapon. Yeah, I'm thinking with a, and also hey there input, but yeah, with a cost like that, I believe it's just, yeah, it is the weapon, and you only get one shot per fight, and then you have to go back to base and rearm it, but I don't think you have to remanufacture it. I did also get some other weapons from the research. Like I was researching a lot of things, and one thing I got in the research was the virophage weapons, which I forget what exactly gave us this research, but it's some powerful stuff. So as I understand it, the way virophage weapons work, and there's ones both for the planes and also for our guys to use as normal equipment. They're generally very powerful weapons. Like I'd say this one is actually for the planes is kind of weak, but how the virophage damage works is it's extra damage to Pandorans and anyone that's mutated by the Pandora virus. So the disciples would also take damage from it. But the virophage damage is just like a flat increase to damage. So normal damage would be 60, and then with this, it's another 60, so 120 damage. Again, for the planes, I'd say the one for planes is probably the weakest version. We also got the Yggdrasil grenades, which I do believe those are the strongest grenades we can possibly have. Like a normal, like an Odin grenade, right? That does 50 blast damage, and it shreds 10 armor. Yeah, this does 40 blast damage, but then 60 virophage damage, which means in total, it does 100 damage, and it shreds 6. So, like, it's twice as strong as the normal grenade. And I believe there's some more weapons, but I might not have them, like, I might not be capable of making them yet. But virophage damage is interesting. It just sort of adds the damage on, and it's very good at killing Pandorans. So if I could get some proper weapons with that, then yeah, we'd be in for a fun time. Yggdrasil. Yeah, I don't know. I have literally heard that pronounced many different ways. So I don't know. It's whatever you want it to be. Uh, but yeah, so okay, let's talk real quick because I have realized we are about at the end of the game now, which is great. Just gotta prep for it. But so there's a couple of like loose ends that we don't necessarily have to do, but I don't know if I want to do it or not. It might be too much of a distraction. So, like, technically, I don't think we have to kill the behemoth in order to beat the game. I'm pretty sure we could just leave it and beat the game just fine. So it might be a distraction to go after it. But there's other stuff too, like down here at the bottom of the screen, you can see how we can launch archaeology probes. I haven't done that ever. I don't think I've launched a single archaeology probe, and it's because I never really understood how it worked. But apparently, it is a I looked into it, and it is a whole other system to find like these ancient weapons that do massive damage. Like they're like the hardest hitting weapons in the game, with crazy armor penetration, like just really good weapons all around, right? But it is a lot. Like you have to find these archaeology sites, and then you have to capture and keep the archaeology sites, and they'll come under attack all the time. And then you have to get like resources from those sites and holding them to then make the like it's a whole thing. It is a whole extra set of resources and things to worry about. And apparently Terror from the Void has streamlined a lot of that. Like Terror from the Void has made it simpler and easier to just do, and that's good. But either way, it's a bit of a distraction. Like I would welcome having stronger weapons, but I guess the question is, do we really need it? And what I mean by that is, I already have some really good weapons. Like I can take down a Scylla in a fairly timely fashion, through a mix of, you know, good explosives and also status effects, right? Like I can cripple or take one down fairly quick. And I mean, that is the biggest threat in the game as far as I know, so I'm not really sure if I need like these, like literally all the weapons do is they do more damage than average, and they have more or less perfect armor penetration. Like they'll penetrate most, if not all, of the armor of any Pandoran, which is good. But again, you know, it's not like it's hard to strip the armor off of them, and it's not like we don't have weapons that already penetrate armor pretty well. Like I'm not really sure we need to go out of our way to deal with the archaeology stuff, is what I'm saying. But I feel like it's one of those things where if you wanted to take that path to beat the game, then it would be an interesting path to do, but I don't think it's one you have to do. And I'd say I kind of like, as we're here near the end game, I feel like a lot of Phoenix Point is that way. Like, I've been doing a decent job, even with all the faction war going on. I mean, look, my factions are still fairly high. Like, I've been trying to, you know, be friends with everyone, get all of their research, do all of their missions. Like, I've kind of just been doing everything. And I think that's why our game is taking as long as it is. It's kind of the same problem that I had with the XCOM files, where you want to see and do everything, right? But you don't have to. I'm really realizing that now, is that you do not have to do all these things. And in fact, what I learned in a little research is that pretty much all paths lead to the end of the game. Like, obviously, there's a different ending for each path, but, like, you'll get to the end one way or the other. So yeah, like we don't need to do a lot of the things we're doing. It's just we did it because it was there, right? Is what it is. Anyway, let's see. So I believe that the behemoth, I believe it just sent some more flyers out, I think. So I gotta be ready for that. Okay, I got the Manticore Prime. I have that. Yeah, it's got its two thunderbolts. I think the other Thunderbolt ship is down here. So let's get ready to deal with some threats. Save again, because I did a little management. Okay, so we deal with flyers. And I'm sure more stuff is going to pop up on the geoscape, but, and I guess we do need to take down that citadel. But let's see what we can do here. So, flyer. Oh god. Okay, so, I did a lot of rapid pausing and, okay, so we got multiples under attack. Now, oh god. So, alright, so we have a Synedrian Haven going down. We could use more faction with them. It's Pandorans, so at least it's not New Jericho causing problems again. Let's see. Is that the only, I think that's the only one that's under attack by enemies, right? Okay, but the flyers... Okay, so we have two small flyers. Looks like one's going here, one's going here. And then the Abaddon, the big boy. That looks like it's going to this New Jericho Haven. So, okay, let's set this up. Oh god. So I need to target specifically. Yeah, this is the one that has the best possible chance to take out the Abaddon. I've never taken out an Abaddon before, so I hope I can do it. Might need to give it multiple passes, we'll see. So we'll send that over there. Honestly, I think we should send both of the, the Thunderbolt ones. Should probably send both of them over here. Okay, and then the Charuns, they're very tiny. They won't be too much of a threat, I don't think. But we need to swap around some things. Alright, so, yeah, a problem that I've noticed, yeah, so these, the New Jericho railguns, they have decent accuracy on their own, but they're visually guided, and any amount of bad weather completely kills their chance to hit. So, yeah, I think for the Aurora, what would actually work better for that is the Psychic Guidance. I believe when you Psychic Guide the weapons, it uses that instead of whatever guidance type it would normally use. For most weapons, that doesn't really matter too much. Like, most weapons, I really don't think it matters. But, yeah, like, very heavily visually guided weapons, like when you're going in with two visually guided weapons, yeah, if the weather's bad, then you're just gonna miss. And I guess, well, do I want to go in with that, or do I want to go in with the Synedrian laser guns? Like the Synedrian, okay, so, okay, real quick, because this doesn't give me a DPS, it just gives me a general damage, right? So the Jericho railguns, they do 120 damage every 13 seconds. The Synedrian laser gun, so the range is even, the range is better, the accuracy is better. The Synedrian laser guns, they do 80 damage, only 80 damage, which is gonna suck if the enemy has armor. That's the thing, if the enemy's armored, then you kinda need the other guns. But if they're not armored, so it's 80 every 5 seconds. So, I mean, in the time that this goes off, you could shoot twice, right? That alone would make it do like 40 more damage, right? So okay, so the Synedrian lasers are actually the better damage. They're the better damage, the better range, but they don't have, like, what I'm worried about is they don't ignore armor. And if the enemy has any amount of armor, then we're gonna have issues. There's gonna be problems if the enemy has armor. Like, this is a problem that we've run into before. And yeah, these weapons are slower, and they deal a little less damage, but but they will definitely penetrate armor. They will definitely kill their target. It's a hard call. Hmm. I mean, we're using this to fight the smaller ones, right? The smaller ones generally don't have crazy armor. Like, generally the smaller flyers are less armored. So it's probably safe to go in with the laser guns and an armor module. Probably. I'm given a big probably on that. Alright, and we have one more flyer. We got this one. So that one's using a mix. It's using one laser, one of the... Yeah. So, okay, so for that one, for the Firestorm, again, if we're using it to go after smaller vessels, then we could probably get away with this setup. Probably. And the countermeasure, I don't know, I like the fire suppression system one the best because it gives armor, but 200 more hull points kind of achieves the same. It achieves the similar effect. All right, so I think they're all loaded out, good to go. Oh god, so the Sanhedrian Haven is also under attack, but we have a little bit of time to get there. It only takes 3 hours to get there, and we do have like a 3-hour buffer because of a research. Okay, I'm just checking how good to go are our guys. So, Octodad needs to be taken out of rotation. He's got like no stamina. And this other rando heavy, they need to be taken out because they're also low. So, okay. There's a lot to set up very quickly all of a sudden. So yeah, this guy, he's great, but we gotta take him out so we can rest. And then, let's see, where's the other? The kinda fast mobile. Let's take out Octodad. Oh yeah, also, we got Robert Cop now. So, I forget who this was before. It was one of our random technicians. So you know that one? I think what was it, like Project Osiris? I think. But we did a research where there is a chance that when someone dies in combat, we will have the option of bringing them back as either a full mutant or a full cyborg. And yeah, so far only 2 people have died. Bubsy and then random technician, and both times I got lucky and they've come back, and I gotta be honest, it's the best thing that ever happened to them. so the thing is, right, I haven't been building cyborgs so far because they're actually very, very, very resource intensive. Like, it costs a lot of resources to build a robot body for someone. Mutations are a lot cheaper. Like, mutagens are common. It's just easier to mutate someone than it is to build them a cyborg body. So that's why I haven't been using cyborgs, but the thing is, cyborgs have a lot of advantages that the mutants don't have. Honestly, I think they're a little better, but also they have complete immunity to most physical afflictions. Like, they can't bleed, they can't get poisoned, they don't suffer from delirium. Like, much like mutoids, right? They don't suffer from delirium, so you can just send them in and they won't go crazy, which is awesome. Cyborgs are great. It's just cyborgs are crazy expensive. So when someone dies and you get the option to rebuild them, it costs nothing. It's a free cyborg. Of course I'm gonna take a free cyborg. So yeah, that was a good research. Well, we had to revive Bubsy. Come on, Bubsy can't die. He always comes back. Bubsy never stays buried. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so now... From, yeah, Phoenix Logistics B. So we gotta pick 2 people to replace the ones we pulled out of rotation. So we've got an assault. Well, first off, we took out a sniper, we took out a heavy. So we want to replace it with something that can kind of fill those functions, or something similar. And that also isn't suffering from too much delirium. As you can see, delirium is like that purple gauge is getting pretty high. Admittedly, mutagens are getting a little harder to come by, just because the faction war. Like, most of my fights have been with humans and not Pandorans that I can capture. So, yeah, my mutagens are a little bit low. But, well, I'm trying to cure them as I can, and I guess, it's this the technician, always want to say engineer. Guess this technician is good to go. They'll be alright. And this one has, they're a little bit low in level, but they're also low in delirium. So he's got, like, he doesn't really have anything special on him, no real special skills or anything like that, but he's a body that we can throw at the problem. So give him some modules to make him a little better. That makes him acid resistant. Cool. Let's see. Might want to swap some more stuff out, but this is good. We have a full functioning team, so let's send them in. Okay, so they're going off to deal with the mission. We've got our flyers intercepting their flyers, so everything should be kind of everything should be falling into place. Again, I do like the idea of cyborging up everyone. It's just, god damn, the resource cost is crazy. Like, it's so much easier to just mutate people than it is to completely replace their body with cyborg parts. Because there's so many other things you could use those resources on, you know? Whereas mutagens, it's like, well, I mean, you know, you need those to cure the delirium, so I guess, okay, there's that. But other than that, there's not a whole lot to use it on. Okay, they're parked here, and let's see how all these fare. Uh-oh. The disciples are under attack. They're broadcasting that they are under attack. Where? I don't see it. Oh, I see. This, okay. Yeah, it's the flyer. All right. Well, intercept. Okay, so I really hope. Wait, what is the? Wait. I'm going in. I thought I went with. I thought I swapped these out. I thought I swapped out that for another laser gun. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I mean, that said, if you look at the Charun here, it's got 30 armor, so that 30 armor is gonna eat into the efficiency of the laser gun a lot. Like, yeah, that cuts its damage down quite a bit. I think it still kind of evens out because it's so fast, but still. Alright, what kind of weapons they got? So their longest range weapon is this. It's got 200, no, it does 200 damage, it has 350 health. It's a long range weapon. I'm just thinking if it's better to try to knock it out, like just knock out the enemy as quickly as possible, or to try to knock out that weapon first. I mean, if I knock both of its weapons out, then it can't do anything, so there is that. But if you just outright kill it, which this does 120 damage a pop, so between that and the laser gun, it's not going to take long to down the enemy. It's probably a good idea to just do that. Probably. The weather is mist, which I think that means this weapon isn't gonna hit very good. Huh. Okay, so it's mist. Pandoran weapons have an increase to accuracy, and I'm assuming my weapons have less accuracy, I would assume. Okay, so let's directly target. Again, I'm thinking like, yeah, you disable their weapon, then you just don't have to worry about that. But like, yeah, let's disable the first weapon, see how that does. Let's speed it up. Okay, one weapon down. Also one of my weapons down. Okay, let's target the other weapon. Oh god, it's gonna hurt when we get in range. I was really hoping we'd disable it. Oh god. Okay, their weapons are both down, I think, right? Yeah, their weapons are down, so now it shouldn't be able to hurt me. So I have the luxury of just sitting here and shooting it to death. See, I have learned a little something about how the aerial combat works. It is a little more complex than it first seems. It's just, you know, don't trust the auto battle is what I learned. Still, I kind of went into that with things I didn't really want to go in with. So got 150 tech and 4 Synedrian faction. And let's send this plane back to get repaired. Yeah, I like in my offline play, I have gotten better at dealing with the threats. So I will say though, yeah, because these have armor, I'm a little worried about my laser guns against this guy, but I think as long as we knock out their weapons first, it's fine. I think the major issue is I thought I switched out the module for the psychic guidance module, right? Like I thought I did that, but it didn't take for whatever reason. Maybe I put it on the wrong plane? No, I didn't. It just didn't take. Like I swapped out the parts and it just didn't swap. I don't really know why. But I will say that I think maybe, I think what would pair really well, right? What would pair really well is the Thunderbolt with a Synedrian laser gun. Because the Thunderbolt shreds armor off, right? Like, well, let me think, actually. This does 150 every 10 seconds. That's less damage than the Synedrian laser gun. Like, not a lot less damage, but less damage. Yeah, I'd say that if you pair up the Thunderbolt with the Synedrian laser gun, then you can shred the armor off, and then the laser gun will do its full damage, and like that'll work out pretty well. That and the Thunderbolt is a high damage weapon too. So I'm gonna make another Thunderbolt. I don't know how many more times we're gonna have to fight flyers, but it's good. It's better to be prepared than to not be prepared, right? At least I think. All right. Extreme difficulty on this one, but I need both of my planes to get over here. So okay, so both planes are here. That Abaddon. Like, we're gonna have to fight the Abaddon there pretty much immediately after the mission ends. Yeah, it could be that a little bit of time has to pass in order for the swap to happen. I mean, maybe. I don't know. The other plane, the changes I made to the other plane, those took, so I don't know. It's things like that that make me feel like I'm going crazy. Like, did I push the buttons? I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, well, let's see. I did save, so let's deploy. So this is gonna make our Synedrian faction go up and Jericho go down. But I am doing a pretty good job of balancing out the factions. Between that and when the behemoth attacks, you get free faction standing for defending havens. So between that and then just basically I am helping both sides of the war. It's keeping my faction standings kind of leveled out. So I'm not really worried about anyone like turning unfriendly to me, as long as I keep evenly helping everyone. Alright, so is this, at least it's taking place during the daytime? That's good. Okay, so, oh yeah, I have another Aspida. This one's a Spuda. So I have a second one to throw in there. So who do I want to send into the meat grinder? I actually have more than a full crew, so I have a little bit of options. So this guy is a technician. Feels like a little bit of a waste for a cyborg, but you know, it's fine. I could give him some better turrets, I suppose. We've got the armor-piercing turrets. I'm not sure how their damage really compares to the regular turret. But we could give him, like, yeah, give him 2 really nice turrets. And I do think sending him in is a good idea. Funny enough, I have not used the shotgun once. I do understand now that the shotgun is probably a good weapon. It's just I never really used it for so long that it just doesn't even factor in. Like, for the longest time, I favored snipers, but I do feel like snipers kind of lose some effectiveness later on in the game. They're still really good. They still rack up tons of kills. But they're not so good against the bigger, beefier ones. But I have found more value in the Gatling gun. Like, this thing is actually pretty awesome. I've with like 2 guys with these guns, I've managed to force a Scylla to flee. No explosives needed. So I've found that these weapons are pretty nice, and you know, you give the heavy some accuracy increasing armor, and then they actually hit their target with all of the bullets, and oh yeah, it's great. Let's see. But do I want to go in with that? Let me think. So I've also learned the value of infiltrators. So my infiltrators have gotten a lot of play lately. It is so useful to just, like, whenever you can, throw out a decoy. And the enemies all go for it, and yeah, like you can basically waste the enemy's entire turn because they're all shooting at the decoy, even though your guys are literally right there and visible and easy targets, but they prioritize the decoy, actually. So, yeah, as long as they don't see through it, the decoys are awesome. I pretty much like to have an infiltrator on my missions at all times. Only thing is, does he have the willpower right now? So it costs, yeah, it costs a decent amount of willpower just to get a decoy out. It costs 4 will points. Right now, we only have 7 will points, so that's not great. The delirium is a little too strong in him. So, I can up it, but like, yeah. It might not be worth it to use this guy. Like right now, he could only pop out 1 decoy and then he's done. His poison gun, is he the one with biochemist? No, he is. He's the biochemist. So, his gun is still pretty good. I mean, yeah, he does a bonus 25% damage with his poison weapon. So he can stack up a lot of poison on targets, and that's pretty nice. We got acid grenades too. Does this also help for yeah, it helps for acid damage too. So yeah, I don't know. I might still get some good use out of him, and he has one decoy for an emergency. It just depends what else I might want to use exactly. So I definitely want to put the cyborg in. I'd say we already have two. I already have like what, 2 technicians, or one, and then I'm confusing myself. I think it was just this one, right? Okay, so I have one technician. I really like technician and their turrets. Their turrets are pretty nice, got to admit. But I don't think we necessarily need multiple technicians at the same time. One will get the job done. So we'll use Robert Kopp instead of Isolde. And okay, I like to have my heavy. They also need some more levels, so that's another reason to put them in. Meeseeks is a little, he's a little damaged already, which isn't great. What's his willpower? He's still got access to his full willpower. That's good. It's just he's a little low on health, and that isn't great. But he's got a virus rifle, so he can cripple an enemy's willpower and then mind control them fairly easily at this point. It's just I don't like how he's a little injured already, you know? So I may want to put someone else in instead of him this time. So who would I wouldn't... Generic assault isn't really what we need here. I'd say... I mean, honestly, you can't go wrong with lots of turrets, right? Like, you throw out a ton of turrets and they make things dead. They're very good at what they do. And if anything, they act as a distraction. I'd rather the enemy blow up one of my turrets than kill one of my guys. So I could take him out and put this one in. It's just like, he's only a little damaged, right? He's only a little bit damaged. It's only I could throw him. I could throw a med kit on him real quick at the start of combat. He'd be fine, right? Probably be fine. But I think probably we want someone who's not already injured. So okay, we'll go with that. Only other thing is, do I have a, like, I don't like this weapon at all. Do I have a better weapon that I could give them, like, just for right now? I don't. Yeah, I'm just not really a huge fan of the tier 1 autocannon. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I don't know, I don't, like, it doesn't deal the kind of damage of the Gatling gun. And it doesn't blow parts off as good as the rocket launcher, although she also has a rocket launcher, so, you know, she does come prepared with that. Oh, also I have another rocket launcher, which, hold up. I think this character might not, yeah, this character doesn't have a rocket launcher. But I'm not really sure we have the carry weight to support it, is the issue. Like, I could boost her strength up by 1 point, but I don't think that would be enough to use. Yeah, this thing weighs 5. Like, if I wanted to put that on, oh man. Like, let me just see. Let's see how much we'd actually need to free up to do that. So, like, to pop that on, okay, we need to alleviate 4 weight. I would pretty much have to get rid of all my ammo or lose some of my attachments. But maybe that would be a good idea. I mean honestly, it'll do you better than the grenade will. So I only need to get rid of 1 attachment, and I would still have some excess ammo for the main weapon. I wouldn't have any ammo for the Like I'd only have one round of rockets, which is still pretty good. Like again, it's you don't need that many rockets to get something going. But what would I take off? That's poison, paralysis, resist. Honestly, the psychic scream hasn't really come up nearly as much as I thought it would. I haven't really encountered psychic scream in a very long time. Now watch that just suddenly it's all sirens. But yeah, there you go. Okay, so the character has, yeah, they have a rocket launcher and the machine gun, both of which very fine weapons. And highly accurate both. I think with we have two characters with rockets. I think that'll, or we have two or three. Yeah, I took the third heavy out, so we have two characters with rockets. I think we'll probably be fine. Let me just save the loadout because we changed. I'll have to reapply the guys, but whenever I do that much inventory management, you know. Okay, that's who I was going in with. So we have, oh no, wait, we do have three. Yeah, we have, we have one, two. I don't know why I keep thinking the other heavy, the red guy. I keep thinking he's on the team because I use him a lot. Like, I mean a lot. But, no, he's not on this one. Okay, no, this looks good. Let's do it. But I totally should, at some point, make a couple shotguns or something, like just to have them if I want to use them. I think the reason I avoided using the shotguns early on was that very early on in the game, with the first shotguns, they're not all that terribly accurate. And early on, like, none of my guys really had the skills to boost their accuracy. Like, they didn't have the right skills or armor to make their accuracy better. And so it felt like you had to basically be on top of someone to use a shotgun. But see, now I realize that if they have some good skills to boost accuracy, put them in some kind of armor that gives them a bonus as well. And yeah, you can actually use a shotgun fairly effectively at a decent range. And it does really good damage. I realize that now. And if you can get close range, it's awesome, but again, it's one of those things I just didn't make use of it early on, and then my strategy doesn't revolve around it now. Okay, so they still have the same Revenant resistance. The damage from the first hit in a turn is reduced severely. So if you're planning on making a big hit, like a rocket launcher, don't have that be the first weapon that you use. Like, soften them up a little with something else first. Oh, I have the infiltrate. I think I'd taken him out before, but I mean, honestly, he'll probably be okay. Like, yeah, his poison bolts are still really good. Oh, suddenly a cat came in. Hold up. Oh, he's wet too. Oh, he's been outside. Oh, man, it's such an uncanny thing. The moment I get into anything, then like, oh, suddenly all the distractions happen, right? All right, well, yeah, he's not gonna leave me alone. So, give me a moment. I'm gonna tend to the cat, and then we'll get back to this. We have enemies right in our sight, so we have it's like an enemy picnic out here. Got my choice of what I want to start with first. But all right. Let me take a quick AFK. Gotta feed that cat, and I'll be back in a minute. So, be right back. Alright, I'm back. Cat is eating. Alright, tab back in. But also, yeah, again, this game has a similar, and I don't want to call it a problem, but it's a similar issue where there are so many options, there are so many ways to play, so many strategies and things you can do, and so many paths forward for progression that, especially your first time through, it can be very overwhelming. Like for me, where I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing, and so I'm basically going down all the paths at the same time and kind of mixing my strategy up constantly, and like I'm probably taking a lot of things that I don't need to take, but you know, it's always nice to have options. But really, like, yeah, you don't have to do everything, as a matter of fact. You don't have to. Okay, so I got my tank out here, and yeah, that can totally just stun these guys at a long range. We could deal with them right now, but I'd wanna soften them up with someone else first. So
I can make a difference.
like all I gotta do is ping them with a singular bullet, and that'll make them vulnerable for the whole turn. So I kind of feel like just take like a pot shot with our heavy, but then again, our heavy, that heavy doesn't have a lot of ammo on her. We do have this heavy, but do I like, yeah, our hit chances. And I got this guy. I mean, also I don't know where all the Pandorans are, so there's probably a bunch of them over here too. I mean, again, as long as if a singular bullet hits it, then it removes its 50% damage resistance. Oh, wow. Wow. Damn, I wasn't expecting to get results like that. Okay. Try one more time. Okay. Well, we softened one of them up. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one I wanted to soften up. Uh-oh. The cat has returned. But I think he just wants to crawl. I think he just wants to crawl under the desk this time. Alright. Like, what's he doing down there? There are lots of, you know, wires and power stuff down there. And he's a wet cat. Alright, I gotta keep a vigil here, because he may try and hop up on my desk. So we'll see. I'm sitting here, one eye on him. Okay, let's see. So I can't. Oh, I can. That's a bad shot. I could go for this guy, and I think the paralysis. I think the paralysis shot would hit him. I think, but I'm not sure. This guy though, he took a lot of damage from a shot that I really didn't think was actually going to hit anything. Oh, he's paralyzed. Boom, done. I wanna really, really paralyze him though. There we go. He ain't moving for the whole round now. It's just if they're only barely paralyzed, then they'll probably get back up before the fight's over. So I like to make sure. I really don't want to waste my rockets, because there might be a Scylla in this mission. I don't know. But then again, we have two heavies here. Like, yeah, we got two heavies and a lot of turrets when the technicians pop their turrets out. So we have lots of we have a lot of firepower that can take down bigger things. So and I also have a lot of resources to replace rockets. So I guess it'll be fine. I guess it'll be okay to use a rocket just to kill a single Arthron. I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's see. I just want to go for the easy to hit part. Okay, so the first two enemies are dealt with. Okay. First two dealt with. So now...
Ready, willing, and able.
Oh god. Oh, sudden cat. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, gotta chase him away. Over. Okay. Like, I'm trying to train the cat so that he doesn't, like, immediately jump onto my keyboard, especially not when he's wet. Alright. Water plus keyboard, uh-oh. I'm trying to train him so he doesn't do that, but man, he doesn't learn easy. He does not learn easy. But he's curled up behind me now. He's chilling behind me, so hopefully he's done trying to roll around on my keyboard for now. Hopefully. Again, I love our cats, but, well, particularly the one, man, he doesn't learn boundaries. The other cat's fine about that. Other cat is absolutely fine. Never gets up on the desk and stuff, like, perfectly fine. She's great. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, at some point I might want to like just shoot that Arthron over there, but it's not an issue. It's not a problem. Not right now. I want to cover more ground. I want to like I want to get a clear sight line and see if there's any enemies around. Cuz I feel like there's probably going to be enemies over there. But I don't want to just like run blindly ahead, because that's always setting yourself up for problems. I'm not seeing anything.
I'll be right there.
Well, there's a Synedrian guy right here, so I highly doubt that they'd put a Synedrian guy out in the open with Pandorans behind him. I highly doubt they'd do that. So So I'm guessing most of them are like behind the building here. Possibly there could be some over here too. I mean, there is this mist cloud right here. So knowing that, safest place to position, like knowing that enemies are going to come from probably that way or that way, hanging back here would probably be best. But again, I want to cover ground. The tree, like if something comes out that door, the tree is actually kind of blocking the sight line.
There.
Oh, what do we got? Oh wow, I didn't think that. Yeah, I didn't think it would spawn guys in right next to the friendlies. The game usually doesn't do that. So All right, well. The technician is set up in the correct place to deal with that. So I mean, at least now we know that, okay, we have that to deal with. I am a little nervous about anything like popping out of the building here. I'm quite nervous about that. But yeah, like we do have to push forward. We gotta push forward. Okay, where's a good spot? I mean, I won't be able to shoot no matter what. I mean, yeah, when it comes to like the positioning though, it's funny. I think the weirdest positioning that I got in this game so far is I started one map and like the Pandorans spawned literally in the same place that I did. And I feel like that has to have been a bug, right? But it's like, yeah, they all spawned in like right next to us, so the first round was just shooting all of them dead immediately. Okay. Yeah, I'm worried, yeah, like anything pops out of here, it's gonna be a problem. But I guess to counter that, what we could do, I could position our heavy right here, so at least that way they're, you know, they're behind a wall, so there's that. Uh-oh, we got a Myrmidon. Ah, Myrmidon. Might want to set some Overwatch up to deal with that. I don't really even have anyone that can Overwatch. I got this guy. I have this man. That's all I got. Well, let's see. So the Myrmidon is over there. If it's gonna, I mean, it's probably gonna, I'm just assuming it's gonna attack him or any other Synedrian that are around here. If it attacks me, it's gonna go for the heavy. So if I want to set up some kind of Overwatch, I'd probably want to Overwatch on Clara here. Yeah. Okay, so let's move our infiltrator here. And I guess also hope that no one is, you know, hope there's no one standing right over there waiting to mow us all down. I sure hope, right? Okay. So how fucked is this man? He's not even trying to run. He knows. He knows. I mean, there could be a Triton over there to the right. I don't know. Like sometimes there's just patches of mist on the map for no real reason. I've noticed that. But maybe there is something. I don't know. It's gonna suck, but well. Look, I'm glad I overwatched in that position, but well, it didn't amount to anything. We still missed. I just realized I didn't go into this mission with any snipers. Snipers they are nice for overwatching on things like that. But yeah, I didn't bring in a single one. Ah, there's one to the left. Triton to the left. With a virus gun. So there goes your willpower. Huh, did it miss? I've never seen that attack miss before. Okay, there is something there. Something big. Something big. I hope it's not a Scylla. I hope it's just like a Chiron or something. And we have a sniper on the roof, too. A lot of nasty things in this mission. An Umbra. I've never seen an Umbra at the very start, unless that came from the guy that I killed and I just didn't notice it. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of threats here. I think if a Scylla was over here, it probably would have Kool-Aid manned straight through the building. So I don't think we're dealing with that. Not this time anyway. Okay, so again, I could use the tank to soften up its weaknesses actually. Because the paralysis does do damage. And it hits multiple times, more importantly. Then again, I guess I could just stun it, right? I mean, honestly, I'm kind of thinking of keeping the tank on this side of the field and just having it make sure everything stays stunned, because, I mean, the tank is actually pretty good at it. Yeah, like those two enemies are just out of commission for quite a while, and I mean, if they stay stunned, then we can end the mission with a couple of captives to use for mutagens. I wouldn't mind that. So our heavy has a good clear shot on that, and our heavy also has quick aim, which we could use to get around the whole issue of the first turn, you know, not doing the best damage. Or better yet, we really should get some turrets out. Okay, here's a plan. So one of my turrets, I'm gonna throw it down here, and yeah, we'll throw one turret out here. So if the enemies become unparalyzed, the turret can take care of it.
I'm prepared.
And then over here, we could throw down some more. Yeah, like I think it's the time to throw down turrets, honestly.
Tech
So just
deployed.
toss them out, right? Toss turrets out, willy-nilly. We got 4 turrets, so we got plenty to go around. But just the 2 for now, I guess. 2 for now. And I might want to do the electric reinforcement, but I might not need to. So whatever was over there, it definitely entered this area, right? So I should see it. Okay, it's just a Chiron, and I'm not sure what kind of attachment that is. Is that the goo attachment? Alright, well I could throw a turret here. So next turn, the turret can start shooting it. And then let's just get into some form of cover.
Do this.
Alright. So Clara has a shot on that, but so I think all of the things that we have to protect, they're all on rooftops, and that's a little bit of a problem because we don't have anyone that can easily get on a rooftop. Like those Myrmidons are just gonna go nuts on all the on all the things we have to protect. So I kind of need to get someone inside a building. How do you even get to the second floor of this thing? Like I'm looking at this. There's this man. Man, it sucks not having anybody with a jetpack. I guess we do have the tank. The tank could fly up to the roof, but not ideal. If we have anyone with grenades, though, I think a couple of the characters have grenades. They should. Wow, I somehow went into this mission with I have 1 fire grenade. I came into this mission really unprepared. I could throw a spider drone out. I mean, that's the thing I can do, right? I could send a spider drone out to the right level and then have it blow up on the target, but I'm not sure how effective that'll be either. Yeah, a little bit of a hard one. Well, okay, first things first, let's soften up the defenses on this thing. Okay, so resistance is not active anymore.
Not now, please. This better work.
And now I can just use this to easily take out the Acheron. What to go for first? I want to cripple it as much as possible. And that'll lower its hit points the most. I'd say as far as threats go, the Acheron isn't really that big of a threat, honestly. Oh, right. Right, the virus has just killed our willpower. So I don't get to do anything else with that. All right. Well, let's send Clara out. Oh, this is not as good of a shot as I'd hoped for. Take the husk out. I could throw a turret up on the roof, but it's not gonna go very far. Like I don't have a good throw going there. So I think maybe loading up on this enemy with the poison damage. I think that's probably the best way I can take it down. Gotta reload, man. I feel like I'm fumbling a lot in this one. I'm not sure why. Well, I gotta get in there. Yeah, there's a lot of enemies on the rooftops, and if I don't go in, they're gonna destroy all the points that we have to protect. I guess at bare minimum, I could throw a turret like up here, and I think from like right here, it would have a shot onto the open area, and I think it could also shoot at any myrmidons that like try to kill these two structures. I think. So I'll do that. Okay.
Taking defensive action. Engaging.
Oh, it might die from the poison. Maybe? I don't know. Might die from poison. But I don't think it will. Not this turn. What? It didn't really do anything. It's gotta have like 1 health. Come on, man. Come on. Is it gonna run away? I think it's trying to run away. Which I'll take that. I'll absolutely take an escape attempt. So the Synedrian guy is still alive, at least. I mean, for now, anyway. I think that's a Myrmidon attacking something, but the camera, it doesn't want to pan to it, so... The camera doesn't want to pan, but I hear things happening. Ah, there we go. The camera just going wonky for a bit.
Looks dangerous. I did not sign up for this.
Yeah. That's what virus damage does. So, okay, it's not worth it to attack this guy. Like, he will drop dead on the next turn. So I don't have to do anything. I don't think.
I'm here.
Alright, we gotta take that out. But, with who? Feels like a little bit of a waste, but I mean, they should have a shot, right? What do you, okay. I guess I don't have a shot. then in that case, I mean, I guess I just go to the rooftop, right? Man, I wish I had a jetpack right now. God, I wish I had that jetpack. Alright, so yeah, slowly navigate to the rooftop with that one. Very slowly. I think I've deployed all the turrets that they have, so the technician isn't really gonna do a whole lot now. But I guess they can move. They can move and shoot. Ah, dazed. Okay. So yeah, I'm sending guys into the building because, like, all the enemies are on top of the building, and I don't have anyone that can jump up there, or, you know, no grenades or anything, so all I can really do is very slowly climb the stairs. I'm kind of surprised this hasn't happened already, right? But weirdly enough, most buildings in this game have, like, you know, they got like ladders and stuff on the sides, so you never really have to worry too much about that sort of thing. I don't think there's even room for the, like, let's say I wanted to take the tank up there, I don't think there's room for the tank to physically get up there. So the tank is actually a little bit useless in this mission. I don't really have much I can do with him at all. Okay, it's a goo abdomen. It launches goo bombs. Yeah, I kind of see why he hasn't been doing anything. Did we, okay, we did disable the head. Alright. I mean, I guess I could send the tank over to capture this guy, like to paralyze him, but I don't think it's even necessary. Like, it's this feels like the weakest variant of the Chiron possible. Like, it feels like the absolute weakest variant they could have come up with, so yeah, just kind of slowly whittle him down. Slowly whittle it down. Torso. Okay, so the head and torso are disabled. I guess he could do his foot stompy thing, but it's not too bad. Could disable the goo abdomen. Yeah, why not? We'll start whittling on that part of it. But yeah, I guess I could try to paralyze this as well, and it would be worth a lot of mutagen, but I don't know, we already got, like, we got two enemies already. You got a Triton and an Arthron over there, right? So we already have some good captures going. I think I would like to, I mean, rather than doing nothing, at least just make absolutely sure that these things aren't gonna go anywhere, right? Oh, I missed. First time I've missed a full round with that. It usually hits at least once. Oh, I can shoot with this, so why not? Now it definitely won't be there next turn. Okay.
Let's resolve this.
So what's their plan?
Escalating aggression.
Oh, they actually can shoot the guy up there from down in the middle. Huh. Then I think maybe our plan should be to go out there, right? Oh, good, one of the Myrmidons, he's coming down. Awesome. Yeah, so I think if we want to hit the guys up on the rooftop, like baiting them out in the middle of the courtyard here is probably the way to do it. Yeah, they're not having a very good day. Oh yeah, they're definitely dead next turn. If not already. And I think that's just a... Ooh. Those little myrmidons pack a punch. You gonna do anything? I'm not really sure what his plan is. He's just sort of like it's just kind of meandering around and stomping on the ground, but like, yeah, to what end? It's not even damaging anything. I don't really like it's like its AI is broken. It's just sort of, it's just flailing around. I could also disable its stomp leg so it can't even do that. It'd be easier than going for the abdomen. Alright. So I'm not sure it can do its stomp even anymore. I don't know, do I want to waste more on that, or do we want to try to get some guys out into the middle of the map, because that's where we'll actually be able to hit something, right?
I can make a difference.
Now from this window, like, I should be able to shoot that, right? But no. And if I bust through the window, then I lose, yeah, then I lose the ability to attack on that turn. But I kinda have to, I think. But yeah, I'm thinking that rather than climbing this building very slowly to get to the rooftop to deal with the things, I feel like it's probably better just to bait them to coming to me. It feels like the better call. Why can no one see the mermaid? It's right there. Like when I look at it, this looks like a clear line of sight, right? Well, I guess I have to go outside, so... Alright, we're going outside. Enemy spotted. Which enemy? I don't see anything. What do you see? Oh, okay, so there's just a guy right there. Which is bad for this character. Yeah, that's a... let's, yeah, let's just get over there. I don't mind the cyborg being that close. Because, I mean, he's a cyborg. He's very heavily armored. He'll probably be fine no matter what. So if I take that shot, I will definitely kill him. But he is dead next turn no matter what happens. So, like, he's not even going to be alive to act as a distraction, even. Whoops. Whoops.
I missed.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Alright, well, yeah, we still have a Myrmidon there, and I still have to deal with it, but accuracy is proving to be an issue. So I'm wondering if maybe the best thing to do here is to put some electric reinforcement on these two guys so that they don't get absolutely destroyed by the Myrmidon. I think that would be just more beneficial than, you know, than trying to take a shot that's probably going to miss anyway. Well, at least we got some shots with this. man. Accuracy. Accuracy is hard. It's real hard.
Receiving loud and clear.
Oh, just keep shooting at the legs, I guess. Keep going for the limbs.
Targeting.
I don't feel like this enemy is much of a threat, but you know, it's still got to go down. So. Okay, but for our tank, I'd say these enemies are both gonna be, like, I don't think they're going to be a problem. I think we have a pretty good chance to just capture them, and they won't actually do anything for the rest of the mission. I'm pretty sure, anyway. It takes what? Takes 2 action points to do a leap. Or I could just Kool-Aid Man through the stairs. I'll do that. So it's gonna suck if I need to actually go up there, but yeah, like if anybody actually like has to go up there for any reason, well, we can't now. But the tank is at least out in the open. It makes a nice juicy target. Oh, I forgot about jamming field. Please do something, jamming field, because that's a bad place for our guy to be. Oh, God. Oh, nice. Nice, right, I forgot. We retaliate. Okay, so yeah, he was his own demise there. And the tank is performing its duty well. It's being a sponge for bullets. Oh, it's going for my turret. What kind of damage does that do to a turret? Acid, ooh. Yeah, that's not great. It is just a turret, but still. Oh no, we're getting gooed. Or what? What did it goo? Did it just goo the structure? What? Oh no, it shot its goo out here too. I have a lot of goo, like anti-goo attachments, so I don't worry about it too much, but yeah. Oh, look at that. You know, Myrmidons, I often kind of discount them. I ignore them because they're so easy to kill, right? But honestly, they hit really hard. Like, they hit hard, and I think their attack only costs 1 action point, so like if you're in a bad position and they can really get to you, like they can kill a guy in a single turn if they can hit 3 times, right? Like if they can hit 3 or 4 times in a turn, like, oh, you're just dead. Oh, he exploded in acid. Yeah, he had an acid explosion. Uh-oh. Or a venom explosion. I don't think. Yeah, that's poison. Wait. No, wait. My guy shouldn't, like, he's a robot. He shouldn't be affected by poison, right? So that's got to be, yeah, it's acid. The one thing that bionics are weak to. The one thing. All right.
Looking for an angle.
So yeah, you are a threat, but just one guy, and he's already very injured.
Got you good.
Oh, and he's dazed now too. I always forget when you attack from behind with an infiltrator. Thanks to one of these perks, like when you attack from behind, you do a crazy amount of daze damage. Just absolute crazy amount. So yeah, he's dazed, he's taking tons of poison damage, looks good. Oh wait, no, that is the poison symbol, but he's a robot. He should be immune to poison. He should be immune to poison. I guess not fully immune. I don't know. Do I want to keep this guy like outside? I'm not sure. Wait, is that goo floating in midair? No, it looks like the goo is floating in midair, but it's up here. Can I stun him? Depends how much of him is poking out. I got a shot on his head. I can work with that. Oh god, it took the tank so long to adjust that it poked its head, like it did a little animation and poked its head back. I don't know, we already got 2 captures. I don't think we need another one. I think we'll be okay. Let's see, I got a little disoriented. So I can't land a shot on that guy, not this turn anyway. So I want to try and get the jump on him, and I will kill him if I have to. But if we can stun it with the tank next turn, I mean, that would also work. I'd prefer it, because just more mutagens, right? That's another leg down. Yeah, this thing just hasn't really done a whole lot this whole mission. It's just kind of stomped in place and gotten shot at. And that's really all it's done.
Ready to fire.
And it's given me ample time to take out like every single one of its limbs. Like I usually don't have the leisure time to just like, you know, slowly shoot out every body part of a Pandoran, but yeah, this one, it's like it bugged out a little bit. Like, I don't know if it did or what, but feels like it. I disabled the torso, and it's taking 10 points of bleed. I believe that will stop it from attacking, but I'm not 100% sure. So I might want to follow up on that. Might want to give it a little follow-up.
Must focus.
These are all stunned enemies, right? Yeah, they're all stunned. Oh my god. Oh my god, the acid explosion that blew my turret up. We've had a lot of friendly fire incidents on this mission. Like there was the crossbow bolt that killed that dude, and then yeah, then the acid pop that just blew my own turret up. I gotta be a little more mindful of the friendly fire. Alright, Robert Kopp here can still do stuff. Could put him on Overwatch. Then again, he's taken a bit of damage, so I might want to just put him into cover. Might be the best way to do that. And he drops dead. Oh, we got a panicked Chiron. At this point, I don't know why it doesn't just leave. We're starting to get reinforcements though. We're taking too long. So we have to worry about newcomers into the mission. I think that is a good spot to get stunned by the tank, right? Yeah, it just put itself in a much easier to shoot location. I think I still gotta aim high, because, like, it's ducking down a lot. Yeah, it kind of weaves and ducks around a bit, so... Alright, it's paralyzed. So we're gonna come out of this with quite a few captures. And then this guy spawned in all the way back here. Oh crap. Willpower. The willpower strikes again. So I need to get our technician over here. They're the only one. I think they're the only one that could really do something right now.
Repositioning, prioritizing speed.
And I don't think we're gonna get a shot on that, so electric reinforcement. Just yeah, get a little more armor so that it doesn't hurt as bad, because it's gonna hurt.
Make a difference.
And then we have our infiltrator. I don't know if he can actually... I don't know if he's in a position where he can actually help at all. Oh, we could throw a decoy out. Hey! Decoy. Alright. So he's stunned. I don't have to worry about him. Then I could just have the heavy... yeah, especially now that we have a decoy. I could just have the heavy go over here and help to kill that thing. Okay. And Robert Kopp also could help deal with that. He's a little too far away, though. I'll keep him there in case an enemy spawns in on that side. None of my turrets have a shot, right? No. Oh yeah, right. I do still have to kill this thing. It's not dead quite yet, so let's fix that. Alright. And then I think the only thing I can do is, yeah, just wait till the next turn, and hopefully this goes for the decoy. Oh! Yeah, I love decoys. If you get 2 infiltrators in a mission, man, the enemy just wastes all of their time shooting decoys. It's great. Okay, so the heavy doesn't quite have a great shot, like they're a little... little too far away / bad angle. Okay, yeah, they're just out of commission right now. I see.
Wiring target.
Come on. Someone should be able to shoot. Okay, that beats the... Does that have the resistance thing? No. Okay, so this one doesn't even have the big resistance bonus.
Ready for action. Repositioning. All I need is a clear shot. On the mark.
Alright. I don't think I've done anything with... Like, Clara hasn't really done anything this mission, has she? She's shot her gun, like, once. So, I want to at least give her a chance to get some more EXP, you know? Okay.
Hostile eliminated.
And that should be it. That mission went a lot rougher than I thought it was. Like, there weren't any especially dangerous enemies on the map, but I think I went in a little unprepared with guys that were not in their best condition. probably could have done a better team setup too. I think having at least one guy with a jetpack or a sniper would have helped out a lot. But I guess I got a ton of captures, right? So that's worth something. 20 skill points. What was worth all that? Defeating the Revenant, I guess. Oh, input. Make Bubsy the decoy. Oh. Okay, so I do notice though that sometimes sometimes I'll stun a lot of Pandorans, but I come out with like a lot less than I captured. So this says that I got 2 Tritons and 1 Arthron. Is that accurate? Like there were the 2 guys at the start. That was 1 Triton and 1 Arthron. Yeah, that's all the ones that I stunned. Okay. It's just sometimes I feel like I've paralyzed a couple of Pandorans, and then I get either only 1 or none at the end of the mission, and I'm not sure why that is. Like, I don't know why that happens sometimes. Okay, replenishing our stocks, and then sending these 2 teams back to their home base. Now, something I gotta keep an eye out on, I was melting down all the Pandorans that I captured, but I do think I should probably keep a couple more of them in containment, right? So I have 6 more slots for containment. When did... I don't even remember capturing an Acheron. Oh yeah, right, wait a second. No, I don't remember, like, even off stream, I don't remember capturing that, but I guess I did. When did I get a Siren? Like, I don't remember capturing these things. But I guess I did at some point. So, okay, here's the thing. I could, like, instantaneously melt some of these guys down to harvest them for their sweet, sweet, mutagens, right? But, I could also just keep them, and it says per day, I get 8 mutagen per day for like a Triton, right? Oh, the 7 per day for this guy. 11.5 for that one, 12 for the... So, okay, like, if this is accurate, then I should be getting quite a bit of mutagen every day from some of these guys. So, I guess the number did go up. Yeah, it's +9 now. I guess that's a per hour, right? So yeah, the thing about harvesting them for their mutagens is, on one hand, like an instant 100 to 120 or whatever, like that's nice, and that could certainly solve some problems like curing delirium and all that, but I kind of think I should probably not only keep a lot of these things alive, but I'm considering building more containment so I can hold more Pandorans, actually. And I kind of feel like that's something I should have done way earlier in the game. Like, I only have 1 containment cell for 25. I kind of feel like I probably want a lot more than that, right? Because if I could just capture a ton of Pandorans, I would have a constant stream of mutagens for free. You know, kind of like how we get food constantly too. So yeah, I probably shouldn't have melted all of my Pandorans down already. I'm only now rebuilding my stock. So I do have a lot of materials and a decent amount of tech, and I could trade for even more. So yeah, let's go ahead and make some more containment. Maybe at a base we don't actively use. So let's see. Oh, we don't have a satellite uplink at this base. I mean, not that we need it at this point, but Where's the this one? Containment. Yeah, so that'd give us another 25 slots. I wonder if there's a... Wait, allows soldiers to be mutated and produces mutagens. Wait, so the mutation lab also produces mutagen. I thought it was only for just that one little line, right? All right, well then I guess I'll make yeah, I have the resources, so I'll make another containment and I'll make another mutation lab. Like if it produces it as well, then why not? I don't know. I guess the Scylla would be the largest Pandoran that I know of. I never paid attention to how many slots it took up, honestly. Yeah, I never really paid attention to that. But I guess either way, I want more containment, and I probably want another mutation lab too, if that also produces more raw mutagen. Although, well, wait a second. How much does it actually produce, though, I guess, is the question. Because if it's the number up at the top of the screen, like +9, that's not a lot. Like, compared to the Pandorans that we're capturing, that's barely anything, right? So, Then again, the cost is pretty low, right? It's pretty low cost. So I guess there's no harm in it. It's kind of a why not at this point. Also, this base doesn't have a mist repeller, does it? No. Let's build one. I'm kind of... This is like late XCOM. I'm at a point where, like, yeah, I don't always have all the resources I need, but I very often have a ton of resources just sitting around, so... You know, let's just build some things because we can. You know, it'll help out, so why not? Alright, and for manufacturing, let's see. So, some more plain stuff. Weapon-wise. What, like, are there any weapons I might want to make? Hey, where's our shotguns at? Like, I could get a shotgun in here, right? There's the Disciple shotgun, and then there's the Slam Strike shotgun. But that's just it's a single shot weapon. Does 120 damage, 5 shred, which, I don't know, to me that's nothing special. Like, I mean, compare that to the Disciple's shotgun. So that does 30 damage, but it bursts 10 times, so it shoots 10 shots per attack. So, like, this thing only does 120 damage total. But this, if every single shot lands, then it would do up to 300 damage. If only half of the shots land, that's still like 150 damage. So to me, I don't really see the point in the Slam Strike shotgun. It just seems worse in every way. I guess it does shock damage, so which isn't really damage. It just means it'll stun you. I do have 4 iconoclasts actually, so I could load some dudes up with that. What else do we have? An advanced missile launcher for some back equipment. I notice I don't really have that much heavy armor. Like, I don't have that many... Yeah, I don't have that many people that have jetpacks, and as we clearly saw, it would have been nice to have had a jetpack in that last mission. But I just realized what also would have been nice to have. One of our heavies was just using the basic Phoenix heavy cannon, and I gotta say, like, throughout the whole game, from start to now, I feel like the Phoenix autocannon is kind of just bad. Like, I don't know, maybe there's a more effective way to use it, but I guess if you I guess if you had like a very high accuracy, then it could come out decent. But it's just it doesn't really deal any sort of special damage. It shreds some, but there's other things that are way better at shredding. Like, and the accuracy is terrible. Like, it has absolutely horrible accuracy. Like, the Deceptor has even worse accuracy, but the Deceptor, it bursts 12 times, so you can kind of get away with that, you know? Like, it bursts 12 times, and if all 12 shots hit, it would do over 350 damage. It'd do like over 370 damage. So if even half of the shots hit, it does about the same damage as the Phoenix autocannon. So to me, I don't know. It just, again, maybe I'm using it wrong, but the Phoenix autocannon just feels like the worst heavy weapon in every way. Just no contest, it's the worst. But again, it could just be I'm using it wrong. So having a couple of those to give out to my heavies, that'd be nice. Ah, we have we have a Phoenix version of the shotgun, and it's one that actually does burst. So okay, it does. It's got 10 effective range, 35 bursted 8 times, which, comparing that to the Disciple one. Where was the Iconoclast? Where was that at? Down here. So yeah, this is 30, 10 times. This has better range, too. I still feel like this is probably the better weapon, but the Phoenix one is kind of like, it's kind of comparable. But we do have a lot of shotguns, so yeah, maybe I could load some guys up and see how they do. We'll see. Alright, but okay, so we're making a second containment facility. I mean, honestly, our first containment facility is almost full, so I might want to make even more containment, honestly. Might want to make more. Okay. And I know it looks like we're really low on tech, but I have a good amount of food, so I can trade for it. And yeah, we're gonna have to fight this Abaddon. I hope that goes well. But I like to do the management stuff before we deal with that. So 2 people leveled up. So Claire got a level up. She could get a second class, which would be nice. But I think working on her stats is the way to go. So I get 1 more point of strength, then she can equip, she can equip the Clarity helmet module. I should probably keep getting her strength until she can actually carry like a second set of rocket ammo. But what else she got? Skirmisher and Tunnel Rat. So that gives 15% stealth, which doesn't really do anything for this character, but +1 speed. Honestly, that is a cheaper speed upgrade than if I actually upgraded speed. So that's kind of that's an easy get right there, I'd say. Okay. And oh yeah, gotta reinvest that. And then I can dip into the Phoenix pool a little bit and kind of start working on her. Start working on her strength. It's good. It's good for her HP too. You know. Should probably get her some more willpower too, but she doesn't really use willpower on anything yet, so it's not necessary right now. Could give her an acid grenade. That might, like if she runs out of rockets, that would give her a little extra thing to throw out there. We'll see. And then other character that leveled up is Robert Cobb. Oh yeah, he lost one of his turrets. So what does he need? Ooh, stability. Yes, that's I always go for that one. It's yeah, it's anywhere from a 10 to 40% accuracy boost, which is incredible. That's a solid choice. Input did the math on the shots. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like again, Yeah, it does kind of feel like at times, like this game has very few straight upgrades to specific weapons and all that, but it does feel like some weapons just underperform when they shouldn't. Like, I would imagine, like, the Phoenix shotgun and the Disciple shotgun, I would imagine that they're supposed to function more or less the same way, right? Except with slight differences, but, like, the Phoenix shotgun does a little less damage, and it has a little less range on it, too. Like, you would think it would be, like, a bit of a give and take, right? Like, maybe it does a little less damage, but it has better range accuracy, you know, something like that. But no, it's just not as good. So like, why would you research it when it's just not as good? Unless you don't have access to the Disciple's shotgun, I guess. Like that's all I can really think of is that you know, some of the factions, they do, like the factions do specific things really well. Like, Synedrian has some of the best stealth stuff in the game. Like, all the Infiltrator gear is Synedrian gear. So, like, it makes sense then. Yeah, okay, like, they do stealth the best. They have the best parts for that. You can get stealth from other parts, but it's not going to be quite as good. So I guess it kind of makes sense that each faction kind of has their niche, and, like, the way that I'm playing the game, where I'm making friendly with all the factions and they all love me and everything is going smooth in that way, like I have access to all of the factions' gear. But, you know, if we were playing more one-sided or two-sided even, and, you know, like let's say we didn't have access to Synedrian for their infiltrator stuff, then we'd have to take whatever stealth gear we could get, right? And yeah, if you weren't buddying up with the Disciples enough to just get their shotgun tech, then you'd have to make do with whatever shotguns you can get. So I suppose that's kind of the point of that, is the factions are a little better for certain things, but it still feels weird that the version you research for the Phoenix Project is worse. That just feels off to me. But mechanically, I kind of see why it works the way it does. Alright, I think I'll take Field Medic. Restoring body parts is very, very useful. More useful, I'd say, than any more of a base stat right now. But between that and stability, that makes him a lot more useful. A lot more. And, I mean, look, once his turrets are out, what else is he gonna do? Might as well give him a grenade. Okay. Looks good. people that can level are leveled. So yeah, now let's deal with the Abaddon. So I think I have 2 Thunderbolt users on the way, right? That's one, and this one is under the Abaddon, so I can't see it. But we have 2 planes that can potentially deal with this threat. You're right, they're the ones under attack, yes. Yes, I know. Who just... Okay, this one arrived, so we're dealing with this before we deal with the Abaddon. Okay, so this one is actually equipped the way I wanted it to be equipped, which is it's got 2 of the Synedrian laser guns. Okay, and one of these is a close range weapon, the other is a longer range, but this one... So here's the thing. I kind of feel like a lot of these modules aren't as useful as they should be, because when they go down, you lose the bonus. Like, let's take the armor plates, right? Like, so if the enemy targets the armor plates directly, they can kill it pretty quickly, and then my armor bonus on the main body, that just goes away. So, like, it kind of feels like there's no point to the armor plates, you know? Because, like... Yeah, they get taken out. Like, it's easy to take them out directly, and when they get taken out, you lose your armor bonus. Like the AI isn't going to waste its time attacking my 100-point body that it can't get through. It's gonna go for the plating, and it's gonna wipe that out in like two shots. So it feels like what's the point? I mean, I guess the point is it's a distraction, right? It distracts the enemy for a little bit. Alright, so I guess, how do I want to go about this? The main body has 30 protection, so we'll only be dealing, like every 5 seconds we'll be dealing 100 damage. It'll only take me a couple seconds to kill the thing outright then. Then again, so I do a full 160 if both hit with no armor, and I assume the armor does not apply to the modules, so I guess I could just wipe that out fairly quickly. Yeah, I could take out their weapon systems pretty easy. I think we have the ammo for that, right? Yeah. I guess the safe way to do it would be to take out their systems first. So let's line that up. They got 1 shot off. They got 1 shot off, and they went for my weapons, because yeah, of course they did, right? So now let's target this is their close range. Their close range weapon, I don't know, we might be able to kill that before we get in range, right? Yeah, okay. And then we target the body, and it can't do anything about it. Yeah, that was the best way to do it. 500 food for free, yay! And then I'll send it back to a base to get repaired. This base will do. Also, I just realized this base has an inactive module, the security module. Yeah, so I kind of understand what I was doing wrong with the aerial. Like, the aerial combat felt so it felt so random before. It's because when you do the auto battle, like, again, in a lot of games that have some kind of an auto battle type of thing that's done in a similar way, the way they usually work is that, yeah, the game is just auto doing its thing, but if you input a command, it overwrites the automatic in that one way. Like, that's how it usually works for these kinds of things. So it was kind of throwing me off that, like, yeah, it felt like I had no control whatsoever. And that's because, yeah, the auto battle does completely override everything. You can't give any inputs. You can't even retreat when you have auto. Like, it felt weird that you can't even retreat when auto battle is on. So yeah, now I know. but it's also that it's not exactly clear how you attack specific body parts. Like even if you take auto battle off, the game isn't really clear about how the aerial combat works, you know? Like what the buttons are and how to do certain things. Now this one's gonna be a challenge. So yeah, but what I mean though is like, so like to use your weapons, right? Like say you want to shoot a specific body part. Well, to use your weapons, like you have to hit like Q, W, E. So okay, honestly, it's not as like it doesn't really prominently feature that. It's like it's easy to glaze over the Q, W, E because it's kind of like off in the corner. But even then, okay, you hit Q, W, E, and that highlights the weapons, but it doesn't actually, like, it doesn't do anything until you then click on a body part. And that's not very clear. Like, I think the first time I tried to manual battle, I hit Q and W and all that, and it didn't do anything. I was like, why aren't my weapons going? It's just not really clear how all that works. So I was auto battling because I literally didn't understand how to do it otherwise. But I've learned since. I'll still say that the aerial combat is it's not great. Like it's a little convoluted, and there is still a lot of random chance. But it's not as bad as I thought. That said, we're dealing with a better version of it in Terror from the Void. This actually already is overhauling how this works. Apparently, the aerial combat would be a lot nastier and even more random in the vanilla game. So we're getting the cleaned up version here. All right, so okay, how's the best way to go about this one? Let's take a look at what it has. So we want to disable its long-range weapons first, and the Thunderbolt is, like, it's pretty good at doing that. So, module number 2, or it's the first one, so that's a long range. That's 800, 200, 200, 2. Okay, so most of its weapons are super close range. 2 and 3 are long-range weapons. We want to try to disable those two first. So starting with this one, because it has the longest, and then 3, and then we want to pound out the other ones. But we have a second plane coming. The second plane, if this one doesn't do it, we could retreat, and then the second plane can probably finish it. But let's see what we got. I was being meowed at. He's lurking around my feet. Just in time. So, okay, let's start targeting that. And the Thunderbolt should do a good job of pounding down their health. If it doesn't miss, that is. If it doesn't miss, you know. But we might have to engage and retreat a couple of times. We'll see. Because, yeah, here comes the damage. And they're going right for my weapon systems, as they do, to be expected. We definitely do not want to let ourselves get in range of the 4, 5, 6, 7. If we get in range of that, we're going to go down real quick. Alright. So now, let's try and take out some of the close range ones. Actually, we might want to disengage because we're getting pretty close now. We're getting pretty close to that, and yeah, let's hit disengage. We got time, I think. I think we got time. Again, there is we had a second plane. Second plane is already here, ready to go. And it's got the exact same loadout. So, okay, see, now that I kind of understand how to, like, deal with their modules and all that, yeah, it's a lot more manageable. Okay, so yeah, let's Yeah, they're 2 and 3. It shows, but they're disabled, so it can't shoot those. So I'm gonna continue to disable their close range weapons. That way, no matter what, we can continue fighting. Okay. I will say, I wish the Thunderbolt was a little quicker, but I mean, for the amount of damage they deal with the armor shredding capabilities that they have, it kind of makes sense that, you know, kind of makes sense that they are a little slower. Alright. So now we only have, yeah, just 2 weapons left, and then it is defenseless. Oh my god, each shot missed. So we're coming up real fast on this thing. We're coming up real fast on it, so, let's at least disable what we can, because we might have to take a few hits. Alright. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a couple of shots, but it shouldn't kill us, so... Oh, it's going for the body. Come on. Alright. Weapons. All weapon systems down. So at this point, we just have free shots on it, I believe. Yeah. So fast forward and end it. So yeah, the Abaddons are, like, yeah, they're still really hard. Like, they still hit really goddamn hard. And they have a lot of modules to take out, but, like, once you kind of figure, you know, you have to take out their modules and all that, it's not nearly as bad as it could be. Like, not nearly. And also the Abaddons. So the Abaddons are worth a ton of disruption points. So taking that out, yeah, taking that out, that really worked. Yeah, getting rid of the Abaddon, we only need one more. So we need one more plane, and then the behemoth will be dealt with for now. So even just killing a small flyer, that'll do it. Like, we can ignore the other ones even. Okay. I've never seen the enemy flyers retreat, not a single time. Like, I don't know that they can. Oh wait, did that
Construction complete.
Huh. Apparently they attacked this Synedrian Haven, but I didn't even see it. Like, I didn't even see that happen, so I just missed that. Also, a construction was completed, but I didn't catch what completed exactly. But yeah, as far as I can tell, unlike XCOM, the Pandoran flyers, like, they have no sense of self-preservation whatsoever. They just relentlessly attack, and they never retreat. But they also, as far as I can tell, you can always retreat from them. Like, I've never had a situation happen, like in XCOM, where the UFO is so fast that you can't outrun it, so you're just locked into combat until you die. I've never seen that happen in this game, so I think what that implies, I mean, other than just, I guess, how the game works, what that kind of implies is that the Pandoran flyers are so numerous that, like, the Pandorans don't care if they get destroyed. And also, they don't care about you either. All they care about is harvesting all that delicious human meat in the settlement. They'd rather not deal with you. So if you run away, they don't care to chase you. But they won't run away because they don't care about their own life. The Pandorans do work, like, I mean, it's not just game mechanic stuff, it's like narratively, the Pandorans are quite a bit different than how the aliens in XCOM work. Oh, cat meowing. Oh. He's back under my desk again. Alright, so it looks like there's one flyer going over here. That'll give me the points I need. Alright, so yeah, let's just go here, and I think I could just directly attack that one. Oh, a method to Carnu, what's this? There's a pattern. I didn't see it at first, but then it occurred to me to check the old marine surveys from the times of the first mist. The behemoth always submerges and emerges near a different cluster of the undersea colonies. The first recorded manifestations of the Pandora virus over 20 years ago. It's delivering the harvested biomass to them, and we know what they need it for, to amplify the oniric delirium signal from Yugoth. If we take out the behemoth, we will weaken its grip on us, maybe even neutralize it completely. Like, does that mean... Well, I guess I'm kind of wondering, like, because I don't think beating the behemoth, I don't think that ends the game. So I'm kind of wondering what we actually get out of beating the behemoth, because... So, okay, look, this might sound bad. But it's actually really beneficial to have the behemoth out once you have enough planes to deal with it. And I do now. So, like, the thing is that, yeah, it gets harder and harder to, like, stop the behemoth, but I mean, every time you kill a flyer, you get 500 food or, like, some materials, like, you get free resources out of it, and you get free faction standing, too. It gives you a positive faction boost with whatever haven you were defending, and you don't get any negatives like when you defend a haven normally. So it's actually really beneficial to let the behemoth stick around, I think. As long as you can reliably stop it, you know? It's just kind of annoying, is all. Alright, so I think if we take this Charun out, I think that'll make the behemoth go away. Or it'll keep it from harvesting, at least. So on this one, I'm thinking just go straight for the heart. Yeah, just target its body and do massive damage. Well, you know, if we didn't miss all the time, that is. Get it, fast motion. Yeah, man. Thunderbolt. Goddamn Thunderbolt. But yeah, see, look, you shoot down even a small flyer, and yeah, 500 food, plus 4 reputation with the disciples. Easy. And that's all the disruption points that we needed. So the behemoth should just go away now. Like, I don't think it matters if that Charun, like, if that attacks a haven, I don't think it actually matters at this point. So I could send my flyers back to their home bases now. So okay, I'll send these to, like, send them around here. Send this one. Okay, we still have one flyer down there. That's good. I could put one over here. I don't have anything there. Also, I should really build a mist repeller down here. I'm just at that point in the game where I like why not? Why not build a mist repeller in every base? There's not really any reason not to, and the benefit is that, hey, any havens nearby, you know, they're living mist free. And also, if I have to do a mission down there, then I won't have to do it in the mist, so, you know, positives all around. Which, by the way, there's so many mist repellers on the map now between me and the Sanhedrian Havens. Like, look, yeah, that Sanhedrian Haven is given some good coverage right here. It's ironically, it's protecting the New Jericho bases as well. Yeah, my base here, like, oh yeah, look, it actually does protect some of the havens. Yeah, like the mist repeller coverage is, like, there's more of it, and I do notice that it does help. So it's good to see. Yeah, I know. In XCOM, it's kind of the same deal, and it's kind of the same issue where, like, I don't think it's supposed to be to your benefit, you know? Oh, this cat is just, he's like sitting by my leg and just meowing at me. Oh. It's right under my desk. Oh. Hopefully he doesn't just suddenly decide to start pawing at my pants leg, because then, like, I'm wearing pajamas. That's gonna hurt a lot when his claws dig in. But yeah, I don't think you're supposed to, like, I don't think it's intended in either this or XCOM that, like, you have a, like, you basically turn a negative situation into a free farming opportunity. I don't think these types of games were designed with that in mind, but it's one of those weird things where, like, if the player isn't doing good, like if the player is in a bad way and doesn't know what's going on and is struggling, then it's only negative. But if the player is doing well and knows the game well and can reliably deal with the situation, then you totally reverse it, and now it's a free farming opportunity. It's, again, I don't think that's how it's supposed to go down, but yeah. And true, yeah, like in both cases, you do need to be powerful enough to exploit it. Like in XCOM, if you're already struggling to, like, keep up with all the UFO attacks and the, all the missions that happen, if you're already struggling with that, then having more missions to do and all that, more things to shoot down, it can be daunting, and it can be a bad thing. But if you're in a good position, then yeah, it's an easy exploit. It's a why wouldn't you kind of exploit, actually. And same here. Like, yeah, the behemoth sucks, but if you have a ton of planes and you can reliably take out the enemy, and I'd like to say I'm at that point now. I might want to make a few more Thunderbolts, actually. I will say that. I might want to make a few more Thunderbolts, maybe, I am considering if it would be worth it to use the New Jericho nuke. I'm kind of considering. I mean, I did build one, right? I did build the nuke, right? Let me check. That's in here, right? Yeah, the Armageddon AAM. That thing does 800 damage. I just realized that would be a one-shot on a Charune, right? Yeah, like that would just one-shot the Charunes. I mean, not that you really need that. I mean, they don't, like, the Thunderbolt, right? 2 Thunderbolts, as we saw, can take down a Charune before it really has a chance to do much of anything. But, although I am considering to, instead of go with 2 Thunderbolts, it might be better to go with a Thunderbolt and a Sanhedrian laser gun. Just because I think that would be better damage. But either way, yeah, like the tactical nuke, I mean, a huge burst of 800 damage is pretty nice. But, I mean, how necessary is that really? And it's only got one shot, too. But, like, real quick, let me just think. So, like, I've been going with, like, 2 Thunderbolts, right? And it's because of the shred damage. Like, if the problem is if an enemy has armor on it, then the Sanhedrian laser gun, like, a lot of its attack gets absorbed, Like, these only do 80 damage per shot, and they're really fast, and they're long range. But yeah, only 80 damage per shot. So if the enemy has like 80 armor, which some do, it completely neutralizes the damage. So you know, going in with 2 lasers isn't great. But yeah, I guess if you went in with 1 thunderbolt and 1 laser gun, then yeah, you could use the thunderbolt to shred off the armor and then eventually hit it with the thunderbolt or with the laser gun. And in the meantime, you could have the laser gun focused on the modules, right? Like you could have the thunderbolt go for the armor on the body, and then the laser gun quickly shooting down the modules. That could work out. And as for damage, let's see, this does 80 damage a shot. 5 seconds. This is a 10-second 150, so yeah, I mean over the course of 10 seconds the laser gun will hit twice, so the laser gun would deal 10 more damage than the thunderbolt, which isn't a lot. I mean, that's not a huge difference. Like we're not talking about a crazy big difference there. But it would be an extra 10 damage, and just the fact that it's so fast, which the problem is the Thunderbolt, like they're both very high accuracy weapons. They don't miss very often, but when they miss, you really feel it. Like if you do 1 shot every 10 seconds and you miss that 1 shot, like the laser gun could have hit twice in that amount of time, and if the laser gun misses a shot but hits the other, well, you know, you're still getting 80 damage, so it's just it doesn't have the shred on it. But I'm thinking I might want to spread the thunderbolts around, and the ideal setup might be 1 thunderbolt and 1 laser gun. That might be ideal. But I don't know. I'll play around with it. Yeah, true. I mean, well, I didn't even really think of that, but I always think about the cooldown in terms of like reloading, but no, like it takes 40 seconds to actually get a single shot off. So yeah, so the nuke would just sort of be doing nothing for 40 seconds. That's yeah, that's not great. Yeah, that's definitely not great. Like within 40 seconds, I mean the enemy, yeah, like the enemy is probably gonna be on you in 40 seconds. So yeah, it would definitely be a you better you better be hoping to one-shot it, otherwise you're gonna have problems. I guess you could always load up with 2 nukes. I mean, that wouldn't really work for the Abaddon, right? Like the Abaddon, I think, because it has armor as well. So I don't think 2 nukes would kill the Abaddon. But anything smaller, I think 2 nukes would pretty much like if you fired them both at the same time, that would pretty much one-shot anything less than an Abaddon. So I do see the usefulness in it. And it's 100% accuracy too. 100% accuracy. You will not miss. It's just they take so much resources. I don't like how slow they. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of reasons not to like it. Also, you only get 1 shot, so. I think I don't know. I think the ideal play is 1 thunderbolt, 1 laser gun. I think that's ideal, at least for what I have access to. I believe there's still more I might get access to. I mean, there is also the Virophage gun, but I think the normal weapons do better than that now. I don't know. Either way. So the behemoth is no longer a threat. I mean, it might still attack a haven, but I don't think it'll actually get the chance to do anything about it. I don't think. Oh, Spiritus Mundi. Our operatives have reported unusually disturbing hallucinations of an abandoned, inhuman city. The details of each experience are different, but several share clear similarities in the architecture described, including a deep pit, green pyramids, and cyclopean tomb that instills unbearable terror. Some also report a voice whispering for them to approach the tomb, while one individual claims to have heard distant voices warning them to stay away from the King in Yellow. All soldiers lose 15 stamina. Cool. Ooh, new. Behemoth disruption threshold increased. So, okay, Pandorans no longer evolve as they lose missions and colonies. That's good. But Phoenix research output is... Yeah, so yeah, we lose the research output bonus, but we don't really need that anymore. But okay, cool. I mean, I'm wondering how much more disruption we need exactly. Like how much more for the next one? I guess we'll find out. So is that gonna attack, or is like the behemoth is maximum disruption? It doesn't matter, right? But also, what do we got? What's the new? What is the new Pandorans? So we have an Arthron Scourge Prime. So what's the difference here? So its body is covered in armor, but it's still just an Arthron. It'll still go down in 1 or 2 hits. So it's skilled with grenades and fire. So it has both grenade and a machine gun, and is capable of instructing other Pandorans. I take it that means it has some kind of like special perks, I guess. Detailed analysis. It can return fire, it can quench fire. I'm not sure how that's really any better than what they already have, but cool. The Bane Prime. Is that a virus machine gun? Yeah, so it comes loaded with viral grenades and oh man, that's rough. I don't think we have any sort of protection against virus either. As far as I know, I don't think there's any virus protection items in the game. As far as I know. The only thing that'll protect someone from virus damage is turning them into a cyborg. So I guess it's time to roll out the RoboCops then. And ooh, a Chiron Persis. So it looks like it can fly, right? Like the big sack on its back is it's like a flying thing, right? So this is an artillery subspecies, evolved to launch projectiles of biological explosives across large distances. Oh my god, it's a rocket launcher. I just realized, so it doesn't... Okay, so, yeah, so no, what this thing does is it shoots rockets. That could be bad. Now, the good thing is, rockets in this game tend to be highly inaccurate, but still, is this more or less annoying than, like, having it shoot out swarms of exploding fireworms? I'm not even sure. But the thing is that they can shoot rockets from one end of the map to the other. Oh, okay, so yeah, so they fire 3 rockets at a time. Each one deals 50 blast damage and 3 shred damage, and I guess it's highly doubtful that, like, I don't think they if they fire it like they fire the worms, I don't think it'll be a clustered shot. So like it probably won't hit, like, it probably won't hit the same guy twice. But 50 damage just, like, from one end of the map to the other is pretty rough. So yeah, that could be an ouch. And then what the hell does this thing do? So it can project corrosive goo and transforming corpses. Ooh, it can transform corpses into Pandorans. Kind of like the things in Dead Space, you know, that the infector things, right? Like, so ooh, it can do that. Alright. So now we gotta watch out for corpses. It can enable other Pandorans on the battlefield to spread delirium. Man, so okay, so the Pandorans are stepping up their game this time around. Some of their evolutions are kind of but other ones it's like, that's gonna hurt. I see how that's gonna hurt. Let's see. So I have the Firestorm here. Let me. If I have to take out the Charun that's over at that other base, then I want to have the right weapons to do, to get the job done. So yeah, actually this would be a good time to try out the laser gun Thunderbolt combo. I mean, not that you need it for a Charun, but you know. Alright, intercept. So I think for this one, I just want to go straight for the body of the Charun and not deal with its parts. I mean, that's kind of how I've been dealing with the Charuns up until now. The only difference is when I go in with 2 laser guns, half of, like, not half, but almost half of the damage is getting resisted. So, yeah, now we have the Thunderbolt to kind of break through that, right? So let's see how that works out. Oh my god, I miss. I'm missing with the Thunderbolt. Oh god. Alright, well I missed with the Thunderbolt a bunch, but which is crazy because it has like, it's got like 85% accuracy. It really shouldn't miss that much. But either way, that worked out pretty well. We took minimal damage across everything. It was pretty quick to kill it, even with all the missing that we did. And I think, yeah, like we did lower the enemy's armor by 20 points. And once the armor got lowered, the laser gun was really chipping away at the health very quickly. So I think that's a winning combo. I think using the Thunderbolt both for its high damage and its ability to shred off armor, in combination with a fast weapon that does good damage if its attacks add up, that worked out.
Research complete.
Alright, and we got the masked Manticore. I assume I'll have to build a new Manticore for this. Yeah, so it's a new vehicle that we get to build. Alright, one of our laboratories dedicated to studying the festering skies has recently made an exceptional breakthrough, a way to fuse Pandoran DNA with aircraft alloy. Influenced by the Tiamat technology that fuses living flesh with machinery, our team has perfected the method and added one huge advantage. Testing proves that Pandorans can't distinguish the material from their own flesh. This powerful technology now allows us to construct a new kind of masked aircraft and fly it straight to the festering skies without being attacked from all sides. Let's just hope that other factions share our enthusiasm for this genius contraption. If not, we'll have yet another airborne enemy to worry about.
Research complete.
And then I also just got advanced melee weapons, so I can... It's a shock stick. A shock lance. I was hoping it would paralyze. I thought we'd be in for like a stun rod like from the XCOM files, but no, it just dazes the enemy, which doesn't allow you to capture them. Operation Dreamcatcher. Ooh. Alright, we've examined different options for delivering the Virophage to the Behemoth, from rockets to aerosols. However, the festering skies form an impenetrable air defense system, and to succeed, we need not only strike the Behemoth with the Virophage, we need to contaminate the whole ecosystem. We have come up with a plan, but I don't think you will like it, Director. A modified manticore covered in mutagen-rich biomass will deploy a strike team on the surface of the Behemoth to locally inject the Virophage at pre-identified vital points. Hopefully it will kill the behemoth, and its death will provoke a cascade failure on the festering sky's ecology. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, let's make sure that our team makes it out. So again, like, I'm still not really sure, like, what is the advantage to taking out the behemoth? I mean, like, the advantage to keeping it alive is free resources and faction gains. Like, as annoying as the behemoth is, yeah, like, every single flyer that I shoot down gives me like 500 food or some tech or materials. Like, that's nice. Like, that's more than some missions will give me. So yeah, like, as long as I can handle it, I really don't see a lot of reason to deal with the behemoth other than just, you know, for, I guess, bragging rights, but I don't know. I'd have to look into it to see if you actually, like, get something good out of it, you know? I assume for most people, having the behemoth no longer stalking the map would be good enough. Also, I see the wife is coming home, and, you know, well, we don't have to stop. It's 11 o'clock. I don't like to go too late because we have neighbors, and you know, I can be loud. So this is actually a good place to stop here. We're also not really engaged in anything right now either, so for now, let's leave it here. I'll do some more off-stream grind and all that, but hopefully we're getting near the end of the game. So fingers crossed, soon, soon. Alright, but for now, let's get out of here. Till next time, till next stream, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one.